Stand Up Diaries with Michelle Christine.
Hello and welcome to Stand Up Diaries, entry 187, and this one's called Last Day in Adelaide, off to Sydney, and I put LA by accident right here, so that I put ADE and then an arrow, IDE and an arrow, because thankfully LA is within Adelaide, and I'd already written all this crazy stuff and drawn a really amazing airplane. Look at that. So yeah, we've made it to the end of the Adelaide Fringe Festival. So I did 15 shows here, Wednesdays through Sundays at a place called Tandanya Cultural Center, live at Tandanya, and it was a lot of fun. One of the things that I really need as a person doing comedy, as a Canadian living in the United States, is I need press. Because getting my O1 visa, there was no guarantees. I wasn't sure if I was going to get it. And one of the things that they really, really want to see is that you're this artist of extraordinary artistic ability. And with that, people should be writing about you. People should be talking about you. So I did a bunch of shows. I had no idea that any press or reviewers were in at any time. But then I got tagged on Facebook about what looked like something in a newspaper where my show had been picked as one of the top picks that this writer had chosen for the Fringe, and I wasn't exactly sure where it was, but then the person told me it was in the Sunday Mail. I was able to go to the library, because it had been a few days since the newspaper had come out, see that, because they have every recent copy of every newspaper, I think within Adelaide, and saw it in the Sunday Mail, and then I was able to go to the actual newspaper building called the Advertiser and pick up, I think I got 4 copies, and then a friend of mine gave me a 5th copy, so I can be one for my mom, one for my dad, one for my sister, one for me, and then one for immigration if necessary. And my brother does live with my dad, so it's kind of a twofer in that sense. And I have a copy here. So this is the Sunday Mail. What? The Sunday Mail. And I had it right to the right page, and then of course I had to show it. Okay, here we go. And then it was so it's this page here, this guy Matt, where is it here? This guy right here, Matt. And then if you look, he has, the picks. Oh, it's kind of hard to see. Top 6 picks. And then there's me right there, my middle finger, and he picked me as number 1, which is pretty crazy. So I don't know how well that is being viewed, but I'm very excited about that, because that is definitely going to be going into my comedy portfolio. My visa comes for renewal in December 2018, so how fast time flies. I can't believe I'm already at the point where I'm going to have to be thinking about really putting together that portfolio to renew my visa for the United States. So time really does fly. Then I'm going to go to Sydney. I'm going to be there for a few days, and it says it's going to rain right now for those days, but fingers crossed it blows over. It doesn't rain the entire time, because I really didn't get to see Sydney a lot when I rode through a few years back on my motorcycle. So I would really, really like to kind of be a tourist a bit, walk along the beach, maybe go for a hike, something along those lines. I have a friend in Bondi that I'm going to be able to stay with for a few days, and then my friend Bethany just had a baby who's in Bulli, which is about an hour and a half south of Sydney, so I want to take a little quick trip there to see her little 6-month-old baby boy Jagger, which would be fun. And I have some other friends in Sydney that I want to see. I'm going to have dinner with my friend Dominic, who was from Sydney but moved to LA, and he's a filmmaker, and his parents live there, and we're kind of happy that I went to his graduation and helped film it a little bit, and I try to be his family, home away from home, because we both need that as kind of expats in LA, and so they want to kind of thank me for being his friend, and have a little family dinner with him and his siblings, which is going to be a little fun, really fun. And then Lena, one of my friends who I stayed with in Melbourne during the Fringe Festival there, is in Sydney. Not like the GTA is in the Greater Toronto area. That's what we call it when you live kind of not directly in the city, but in the suburbs. So she lives, I think, in the Greater Sydney area, if you will, and we might try to get sailing potentially. We'll see if the weather plays nice with us, because we did go sailing in Melbourne and it was a lot of fun. So yeah, it's going to be kind of a little bit of a blitzkrieg of trying to see as many people as I possibly can and enjoy myself, and then I'm going to have a decompress in Honolulu. Dean's going to meet me there on the 22nd of March, and his birthday's on the 27th of March, which we'll be able to spend in Hawaii, and then just have a little vacation for a few days together before going back to LA, and then hitting the ground running, right? So it's been quite a whirlwind. I'm constantly tired and a bit jet-lagged, but I always try to have a smile on my face. I really, really do, because I've met some amazing people here in Adelaide. I've gone to a place called Handorf, which is like a little German settlement with a couple people that had come to the show. I've definitely gone to the Fringe Club, which is the artist bar, after shows with people who've come to the show and danced the night away a few times. I've gone out for coffees. I've had a mom make me a Tupperware dinner that she gave to her daughter to then give to me because she was worried I wasn't eating properly. And you gotta love Asian cooking. Oh my God, it's the best. So I've been treated very, very kindly here, and I've stayed at this wonderful place, a 15-minute walk from my venue, because the guy was a host on Couchsurfing that I met via Reddit. So yeah, Adelaide has been kind. It has been great, and it will be hard for me to not want to come back here next year for the Fringe Festival. So we'll see what happens. This has been your next edition of your Daily Dose of Michelle Christine. Have a wonderful day. Bye!